What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'? This is Nicky and welcome to Content Corner Livey. What's poppin', people? Happy Monday. Let's get the vibes going. Hold on. For some reason, my situation's all the way over there and I don't know why. But first and foremost, 1 to 10, how are we feeling? How are we doing? Please, let's go here real quick. Hit that like button to let YouTube know, hey, Nicky's live. We about to go crazy. I heard there's something about AI video editing. How can it help me? So I need more people to hear about this. So hit that like, please and thank you. Of course, if to get active in the chat, hit that subscribe, of course. And then if you feel like I've added value to you in your life or in this live when this is happening, couple ways to support. One, literally just like and share. Okay. Two, there is a super chat, super thanks. Hit that. That's like tipping the creator. And then of course, 3, join Lions Behavior. Okay, that's my private community where we're sharing all of these different AI tools and experimenting and all those vibes. So, okay, now I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Here we go. I was waiting. I was just buying some time. All right, here we go. Music live. There we go. All right, so today there's a new feature that is supposedly going to edit our videos, right? And not necessarily like our stuff that we've recorded, but just like our idea. And I tested it out literally before here, and I had another idea for this live, and I scratched that, and I was like, we gotta test this out. I gotta show the people this. It's coming to everybody very soon, and they gave me access a little bit sooner. So I think if you request it, you could get access to, but it's one of our favorite tools. We're going to talk about it. I'm not going to tell you just yet. I'm going to show you the video and all that great stuff. And then I want to break down the creator economy. I want to break down how one creator is making millions off of his name, but helping others. And I want to break down how we could look at this and what we can grab from a monetizing side, right? But I gotta know, one, where are you watching this from, right? What city, state, country, all of those amazing things. And then 2, how did you know it was live? Did you get the notification? Did you get the email? Did you see the Instagram post? I need to know how y'all seeing this, okay? Or you just know 9 o'clock, we live, right? Just light up the chat. Let's go crazy. I'm excited about today, man. I'm excited. I don't know why. Oh, wait. You know what? Hold on. I know why that happened. I can't do all of this at the same time. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. We're gonna start this song over. LB fam, come on, I got it all. I saw the post on YouTube. Ooh, come on, Joe. Joe's in London, Delaware. What up? Nicky is live. I sure am. Come on. North Carolina is in the building. You feel me? 8.5. Another North Carolina. Hey, Nicky. Happy Monday. Monday, Nathan. I was in Monday. I don't know what Monday is. You know what I mean? Kentucky, what up? Austin, what up? All right, so let's talk. I got a few things. To share. Come on. Let's start this off right. Let's start this off. Content Corner Livey. All right. So, y'all have been hearing me talk about Opus Clip for a very long time. Okay? Very long time. Now they dropped something, and I haven't talked about them for a very long time. Let's keep it a buck. And this is my honest opinion. I have to see how a AI tool evolves, especially when competitors are coming in, especially when big time platforms are saying, yo, I'm going to do what you do. So if y'all don't remember, YouTube made an announcement when they were doing all their AI announcements saying, hey, we're going to start clipping up your videos. You don't need a third party joint no more. We're going to start clipping them up. And then everybody started clipping stuff up as well. So though Opus Clip has been one of my favorites, I started talking less and less about them because they just weren't doing anything different at that moment. Until now. Okay. So let's watch this, and I'm going to show you what I tried, and then we're going to make a video live, let it cook up, and then by the end of this live, we're going to see what it cooked up. And if it is worth looking more into. Okay? Fair? Type in fair if that's fair. All right? We're going to actually make a video by the end of this live. So, script and all. And I want to show you how easy it is. And yes, I'm going to be using ChatGPT Atlas to help us out. Okay? Yes, we are. All right. I'm seeing all the fairs in the chat. Shout out to my channel members. Come on, I see you in the building. You know what I mean? Those people who are in the green in the chat, you'll see. Those are the channel members. They get the videos early. They get emojis. They get badges. Shout out to them. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what Opus had announced and how can we do this in real time. Okay? First, let's get this big time. Let me make me smaller, because I don't need be this big for this joint. So I'm gonna be small today. Le go. Oh.
In today's world, video is key to expanding your influence. But crafting professional content means research, planning storyboards, writing scripts, gathering assets, animating visuals, recording voiceovers, editing footage, and more. Not everyone has time or resources for a full team. If only there was an agent that could handle it all, so that you can stay focused on your expertise. Just drop in an article, a post, a script, your own assets, or anything. Agent Opus turns it into a polished video tailored to your taste with a full team of smart agents you can guide, edit, and talk to.
Okay. So, okay. Looks interesting. 1 to 10 from an interest standpoint. Just from an interest standpoint. How's it look? Right? How's it look? How's it sound? Are we interested? Right? Yes, I got my email for this. Happy you're covering this. I got you. You know what I mean? So, we got some shrugs. I see you got some shrugs. Like, I don't know. 6, 9. Okay. So, I wonder if they have, let's see if they have like let me see, like a page, just like a page that explains everything before we go crazy. You feel me? I want to see if they have like let's go into Atlas for this. What is it? It's an AI-powered video agent. I feel like everybody says they are a video agent. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but like all I've seen is video agent this, agent this, agent this. So here we go. Okay. So it says, give your ideas their best cut, right? Now they have a waiting list. So I will give you this, even though if you have Opus, you may have gotten the email, but here we go. So what's interesting is that like you could put so it says create a video on the cost of migrating to Mars. Using these links, use, I guess, the video as the end card. So you can give articles, you can give videos, you can give pictures. And so what I like is that it literally is like a chat bot that makes your video. Off top, the voice actors, there needs to be more off top. But, I tried it. This is what it looks like. Let me take my Ask ChatGPT off. This is what it looks like. And I made 2 videos. One that really impressed me. 2 that has potential. Okay? So let me make me not circle. All right? And I need you to truly be honest about this. Agent is a buzzword. Yeah, it is. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Because not everybody's an agent. But this one's interesting. So actually, let me go with what the community, quote unquote, made so far. Right? They have an Opus community. And if you're in Lions Behavior, you saw the video that I'm about to show. Like Antoine already said, yo, your video is mad impressive. Like, it's interesting. So the first thing that caught my attention, of course, is Tupac. So I want to see what in the world is happening. And we've seen a lot of Tupac videos with Sora. But this one was different. So check this out.
They said I died in Vegas. Nah, I just dropped my best marketing campaign. I turned myth into legend with nothing but a verse and a vision. I'm speaking from the Strip's neon glow, from the studio mic where I laid my truth, and from the Coachella stage where they brought me back as a hologram, a digital ghost that still commands the crowd. That illusion wasn't magic, it was marketing, a Pepper's ghost trick that made me immortal again. I'm not haunting your speakers, I'm rewriting the narrative. Every diss I threw was the feature in disguise. Every verse a prophecy echoing through time. I built my own legacy while they thought I was gone. Now picture this, an AI Tupac, watching today's rappers flip my lyrics into TikToks. I'm nodding, smirking, because even in pixels, my words still resonate. This ain't disrespect. It's proof that immortality isn't about staying alive. It's about staying relevant. If you feel that fire, that echo of a legend living on, then carry it forward. Share this, keep the message alive, and let the legend speak through you.
Okay. 1 to 10, how do we think about this? Okay. 1 to 10, what do we think about this? Now, that was a scripted video, and they gave just like kind of like a short prompt. Tupac Shakur, how I became immortal without trying, right? They say I died in Vegas. Nah, I just dropped my best marketing campaign. Now, dealing with this whole AI situation, like how we are using different public figures, I'm not necessarily a fan of using the person's voice per se, right? I'm not. It's maybe it's the creator in me. Hold on, we got a new content cub. Come on. Shout out to the channel members. Shout out to the channel members. So, honestly, I'm not a fan of using the person's, let's say, likeness in any kind of way. I'm not. However, those visuals that it grabbed was very interesting and pretty impressive. So I was like, okay, I see what they're trying to do. It doesn't sound really like him. I see the potential, but I'm thinking about more about the visuals than anything. If this person literally just put a prompt and that came out, I said, oh, okay. Let's keep looking. Maybe that wasn't it just because we're too close to the Tupac situation. You know what I mean? People that we love that may have passed or that we really rock with, we critique a little bit more than normal people. Okay? So then I saw this one, this Taylor Swift one. I'm going to show you this one. I saw this Taylor Swift one. Now, this one more had like a whole script, right? It said, create a video using the following script, and it said all of this. Now, let me make this big. Let me share how this came out. Now, this is a perfect example of a faceless video. So for my people who are like, yo, how can AI help me create faceless videos? Check this out.
Is Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl pop's boldest cash grab yet? Critics call it spectacle over substance, accusing Swift of trading raw storytelling for glossy production and endless merch drops. Reviewers slam the album's lyrical repetition and say it's more brand extension than artistic reinvention, with one commentator calling it her weakest and least interesting work yet. But here's the twist. What if Swift's relentless self-marketing and meme-ready lyrics are a meta-commentary on her own stardom, mirroring the demands of a fame-obsessed culture? Is this album a clever reflection, or just empty glitz? Artist evolution or breaking point? What do you think?
All right. I need this voting. I need this because this one impressed me. If the person, all they did was put out a prompt and it created all that, did all the research, all of that, that's impressive, right? Because we saw it. And let me move me a little bit so you can see, right? This is all the prompt was. It was just the script. So now I go, all right, you got my attention. Let's try it. Okay, so 1 to 10. First, let me see what the chat is saying. Let's see what the people say. 1 to 10. What do we think about that one? Okay, I showed you the Tupac one. That's where I was like, oh, I see the potential. But 1 to 10, what do we think about that one? If that was just a prompt, the person just gave the script. Okay. Now, I got inspired. And I said, okay, let me do that as well. But of course, let me create a Nipsey Hussle one. All right. Let me give them the
Was
script.
Nipsey Hussle's The Marathon?
Before I'm ready. Don't do that. Did it before I was ready. So, and I'm gonna show you this whole process, right? But let's see if can we make this bigger? We can't. Okay. So let me make me a circle so you can see kind of the areas that it does. This is why I'm excited about this one. I'm like, ooh, okay, I haven't been excited about Opus Clip for a minute. So I'll be right here. Boop. Y'all see me, I'm a little person. All right. So let's see if I can make this. All right, so this was the script that I gave, right? I was like, make a video around 90 seconds. Here's the script. And I gave a script that was similar to that Taylor Swift one. And so what you can see is it working on the left side is everything that it did kind of prompt me if I liked what was happening. And then you get to pick like 3 different styles. So they have a fast cut, a text match cut, and then a layout animation. And so I picked the text match cut. Okay. And it did all the research. So you can see it has a script writer, a voice actor, the researcher that comes up with the pictures and all of that, and then kind of just the motion designer for which you'll see. And so I'm going to show you what this looks like, and I need your honest opinion, 1 to 10. Ready?
Was Nipsey Hussle's The Marathon just an album, or the foundation of a revolution? Critics called him a neighborhood rapper with lofty dreams, questioning his slow grind and obsession with ownership. They said selling a $100 mixtape was a stunt, a cash grab dressed up as independence. But here's the twist. What if Nipsey's every move, from the Crenshaw store to the Marathon clothing app, was a masterclass in building generational wealth from the ground up? What if this so-called cash grab was really a crash course, teaching creators how to turn respect into revenue and fans into family? Was Nipsey a businessman chasing profit, or a visionary designing freedom in real time? Blueprint or hustle?
You see why I'm excited about this one? You see why I'm excited about this one? Okay. Now I already gave you the warning. The voice could be different, but we could change that. We could change that. But I didn't do anything, but gave it a script, and it found all of that content. Do you know how long that would have taken me? Do you know how long that edit would be? That's why I put like, yo, my short form editor may be in trouble. Now, I'm just saying, because I was actually looking for a specific short form editor, and I think I found it through AI. Hands down. Super impressive. Okay. So now I did one of that other style, right? Actually, let me, y'all see what the chat is saying? This is a 10 if it does all that. I promise you, we gonna create one. Drop. How about we do this now? So we can set this up. Drop a topic you want like a video of, right? So I did Nipsey. There's going to be one of Stephen Bartlett that I'm going to show you, just testing out that fast cut style. And then the next one is going to be what you guys pick. Okay, so start dropping, whether it's celebrities, artists, topics, whatever you want. I'm a look into it. Oh, somebody already said Kobe. I see what you did there. Let's see. Let's see what y'all say. If there's common stuff, we'll put it to a vote. Okay, we'll put it to a vote. All right. So I was really excited. Now, this took about like an hour, like 30 to 45 minutes, I want to say. Okay. So that's why I said we're going to start this now. And then at the end of the live, we're going to see how it comes up. It's not one of our usual where I could just play the music and it is what it is. Right. Oh, y'all coming up with some really dope stuff. Love you, Nicky. I love you more. Come on. Hold on. Y'all got mental resilience, surviving the government shutdown, Timberland and K-Fresh, Suno beef, Mamba. So that's 2 people with Kobe. 2 people with Kobe, for sure. All right, so let's go in the eye of the hurricane. We got to see. Yo, everybody, real quick, prayer hands for Jamaica. They're going through a major hurricane. I think it's like a category 5. So just real quick, I'm going to put my prayer hands in there too. Just real quick for Jamaica, let's just put prayer hands, make sure it isn't what they're saying it is, right? It isn't what they're saying it is. Okay, so hold on. I saw somebody ask a question. We see the prayer hands. Come on, we different on this live. My question: we get to use all these celebrities, this going like Sora in the early phase. As soon as the program gets popular, then it's violated. So this is where I think the way they're doing it isn't necessarily going to get violated because, well, besides that Tupac avatar one, possibly. But the way that they're creating it, from getting it from images from the web and creating AI images, I don't see it really getting violated where the other AI video generators like Sora is literally taking their likeness and creating certain stuff. So like, let me explain. I can show better, I could tell, right? So that Tupac one, I could tell you off top, it was a screenshot from a video that they turned into an avatar. Because right here, you could do AI avatars. And so I actually want to test that out. So it says add your photo and voice to instantly generate the life-like AI avatar that looks and sounds like you. So you upload a picture, of course, keep the background clean, use lighting, all of that great stuff. So I actually want to test this out. So we may do that too, because if there could be commentary to videos like this, and I saw it with this one. Let me show you an example.
Do you know the real reason Donald Trump went into crypto? Today, nearly 40% of the Trump family's $2.9 billion fortune comes from digital assets. The Trump coin alone has pulled in over $350 million, and his DeFi platform, World Liberty Financial, raised another $550 million, with the family keeping most of the revenue. For Trump, crypto...
Okay, so this is a creator, and he made himself into an avatar. So what people are doing in the beginning, clearly, with this Tupac one, is taking the voice and making the likeness. I think that part is going to slow down, right? I don't see a lot of it, but I do think that's going to slow down. But if you really pay attention to how they're doing these videos, it's really videos and pictures that are already on the web. It's not complete AI generated with their likeness doing anything crazy. It's just reporting back. So that's my 2 cents on it, but it could all change after a while. You know what I mean? It could all change after a while. But shout out to Janita for the super sticker. I see you. And once again, oh, wait, why did it go there? Where did it go? Come back. Hello. Once again, ways to support this live. 1, just like and share it with somebody. 2, super thanks, super chat. 3, channel memberships. Shout out to my channel members. Or 4, join the private community Lions Behavior. You feel me? All right. So let me show you this other video that I created. Let me show you. That Cam wants freedom. That's a fact. That's a fact, yo. Okay, so here's the second video that I made. And for those people who are just joining, we are covering Agent Opus. All right, let me go all the way back up. Agent Opus, which is literally a AI agent that is supposed to make videos for you. Now, I'm very skeptical about this, but we trying it out live. How do we join the private community? I'm glad you asked. Hold on, I got you. So, there is a link on the top of the chat that says Join Lions Behavior. You can click that, or in the description, there's a link that says Join Lions Behavior. That's the private community all day. And then you'll see. We'll talk about it later. You'll see. We're doing challenges. We have accountability. If you're part of Lions Behavior, put LB in the chat. It's growing every day. All right, so one of the topics that we're going to talk about later is Stephen Bartlett. And so I made this video using that same type of time. I gave him a script. Is Stephen Bartlett building the Disney of creator economy? And I used this fast cut template. Okay? Because, oh, wait. No. I don't like that. Go back here. All right.
Is Stephen Bartlett quietly
Chill out. All right. This is a minute 15. Let's see how it did.
Is Stephen Bartlett quietly becoming the Disney of the creator economy? Critics might call it hype, a flashy valuation, podcast fame, and a social media empire built on perfectly packaged wisdom. They say it's personal branding at scale. Less authenticity, more algorithm. From the diary of a CEO to his stake in multiple startups, Stephen's turned conversation into capital, transforming vulnerability into venture. He's made self-development bingeable and business storytelling cinematic. But here's the twist. What if this isn't just content? What if it's infrastructure? What if Diary of a CEO isn't just a podcast, but a prototype for a media empire? One that merges influence, commerce, and creativity, like Disney did with film, parks, and products. Every guest becomes part of the Bartlett universe. Every clip, quote, and cutscene feeds the brand mythology. He's not chasing virality. He's designing longevity. So, is Stephen Bartlett the future CEO of the creator economy, or just its most polished product? Visionary architect or master marketer? What do you think?
All right. 1 to 10. 1 to 10, what did you think about that video? Like I said, all we did was give it a script. Give it the topic, give it the script, tell it kind of how long we want it. I'm not going to lie. This is really good. This is real. And I've tested a few of these video agent things, and it's really, really good. I'm really like this one. We're going to test it out. I saw 2 people said Kobe. So we're going to do a Kobe one. I'm going to show you how I come up with these scripts to test things out. But yo, it's so good. When I tell you it's so good, it's so good. Because y'all don't understand, that with the motion design, the graphics, the sound effects, the editing, that takes a minute. Drake Iceman upcoming album. I see what you did there. Is this free night? No. This is too good to be free night. Now, it is on a waiting list. I will say that. It is on a waiting list. And if you have Opus Clip, you get advanced in this waiting list, okay? So I will give you the link to the waiting list, right? Copy. How do you use this for your daily content creation? Is that a personal question or just because I literally just found this today. So I could tell you how I plan on to, but am I doing that now? I literally just found this today. I literally just got access to this today. So I am showing you brand new stuff. I promise you. I was so excited about this. I was like, oh hell no. I gotta show y'all. Okay, so let's create the one for Kobe. And then I kind of want to try out this AI avatar situation. So they have article to video, X post to video, which is interesting. I may try that soon, right? News to video, and then script to video. And then you can add like your different pictures and why is this like that? Cancel. Where'd it go? Hold on, where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? So there's a few things I want to test out, but I want to go to the original inspiration, which was this Taylor Swift video. And so what I want to do, since I'm in Atlas, let me see if I can share that part. Where? Boop. All right. If you get Atlas, you're going to see this Ask ChatGPT, which allows you not to continue to go and open ChatGPT and try to have this conversation. This allows me to have conversation with ChatGPT right here. So I'm going to start a new one so you see what's happening. So on the bottom, you can see like right here on below. It's already reading, like Agent Opus is reading the page. So what I'm going to do is put a prompt that says, all right, here we go. Can you look at this script and this video, and can you recreate this to be about Kobe Bryant and the Mamba mentality and his whole career from like the beginning to end? All right, so there's my prompt, because y'all know I don't I don't type anymore because I always mess up in front of y'all. So boom. We're going to see what Agent says. So it's going to say, absolutely. We could recreate it. If that's the one, I could turn into a powerful cinematic style of Kobe Bryant. Just to make sure I nail the tone, tell me, do you want me to make it feel motivational piece or documentary style? And how long would you like it to be? So I'm going to say documentary style. And let's do 60 seconds, right? For the sake of this live. 60 seconds. Let's see. Hold on. Shout out to Sama who's on. I have a question. I had an interview and the files were corrupted, but I got the photos and the audio. How could I use this to recreate and bring the interview experience to my viewers? So honestly, I think what would be fire is to get the audio transcribed, and you can put that script inside with pictures, because it allows you to upload pictures, and let it create the video for you. I don't know if it can make full, like you could probably do a series. Random idea. Hold on, this just hit my head. You could probably do like depending on how long the interview is. Let's say the interview is about 30 minutes, right? You could probably do like a 4 or 5 part series by just transcribing it, putting it into a script, right? Like taking that transcript, and each part is a script that you add to there, add the correct photos, and tell it, especially if it's a celebrity, tell them to find different images and videos as well. And I think that would be fire. I think that would be fire. All right, let's get it. So, ChatGPT inside of Atlas created the script, right? So what I'm going to do, let's go. Hold on, I don't want this. Let me copy the script. Script. I don't need all that. I think that's the whole thing. Yep. Okay. Cool. Get you out. How do I get out of this? Hello. Oh, there we go. Boop. So, I'm going to put script to video, right? And it says, I want make a video around, and we're going to say 60 seconds. And then here's the script. And all I'm going to do is paste that, what we just did. And so right now they only have vertical, but they are going to come out with horizontal and square, right? So let's hit this enter. And so now it's going to process the video, right? So it's reading, it's doing its thing. Move this here. It's going to do something. See, now that we're live, now it's acting funky. What are we doing? Oh, here we go. Opus is thinking. All right. Where's our Opus? There we go. Because I want to get to the point where it asks that extra question, and then we can go and do something else. So, Atlas isn't available for Windows. Nah, it's not. Promise you it's not. But they said it's soon to come for PC and mobile. Very soon. Very soon. And then let me get the other question. How long does it take for you to get access? So they did a release. Hold on, let's look. Because they did a launch about it. And they had this form. Let me see if I could get you guys the form. Let's see. Shout out to Simon for the super sticker. Come on. Hey. All right. So, we celebrating the third super on the live. That's our third one. All right. Let's go. Because they did a whole live, and I want to see if I could give you guys the form to kind of speed up the waiting. So let's go. Because if I could give y'all guys access early, that'd be grand. Let me make me a little bit bigger because I look too small. All right. Opus Clip. Here we go. Live. Okay, so here was... No. Where is... Okay, here's the form. Got it. Okay, so for those people who want access to this Agent Opus, here we go. Boom. I just dropped it. Fill out that form. That's what I did. And I got it... When did this come out? The 23rd. And I got it today, 27th. So just a couple of days. Right? Just a couple of days. How detailed was the script? Oh, we can read it together. Hold on. Oh, that's something. Hold on. So what's cool about this too is that it'll ask you a question, but then if you don't respond, let's say you went off to do something, because the whole point of having an agent is that you give it a task and then you can walk away and you don't have to do anything, right? So this one is asking, Okay, we dialed in the tone, more gritty versus more inspirational. Emphasize any chapter more, injury comeback, fatherhood, and post-retirement pivot, and added a quick counterpoint line like they called him selfish. He called it standard. So if I like it, I go proceed. Yes, I like it. Boom. Nope, can't press enter. Just boop. If I didn't even answer it, it would do it in probably just a couple of minutes. I think it gives it like a 5-minute. Yeah, I automatically continue with the script in 5 minutes if you don't confirm. Okay, cool. So, boom. So yeah, so they did like a 50-minute live, the team of Opus Clip. Now, I haven't talked to them in forever, so this is not paid. This is nothing. This is literally, I saw this, I got access to it, and I was like, oh, yeah, and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it, okay? So it's doing its thing. Let me read the script. Because he asked, how detailed was the script? So the script says, actually, I'm not going to read it. Let's get ChatGPT to read it, because y'all know sometimes I suck at reading. So give me a second. And mind you, one of the best things about ChatGPT Atlas is that it's connected to your ChatGPT. So all the conversations that you're having inside of your browser, it then shows up on your ChatGPT, and you can continue to have further conversations on the go or just later on, right? So, hold on, let me just pull this up. I completed it. I'll keep you posted. Come on. If you filled out that form, type in me. If you filled out that form, type in me. So, and shout out to the 100 people that are on. Come on. And we did a huge milestone this past weekend. We're at 45,000 subscribers. We're officially on the road to 50K subscribers. So I need y'all to light up the chat for that. Because we're officially on the road. My goal for the end of the year was to get 50,000 subscribers. We may really get that. We may really get that. We gotta look at what did I start with? I don't remember what I started with in January. So we gotta look back at that. Okay, so let me pull up my phone so we can read that script. It does its thing. All right, so here's the script. Hold on. Play.
Perfect. Here's a documentary-style 60-second script inspired by the Taylor Swift showgirl format, but fully rewritten to capture Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality, his rise, fall, and legacy. It's written for an AI video generator like Opus, with built-in tension, rhythm, and reflective tone. Script: The Mamba Mentality, the relentless evolution of Kobe Bryant. Is Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality the greatest mindset in sports history, or the most misunderstood? Critics once called him selfish, too obsessed, too cold, a player who demanded perfection even when it cost him relationships and rest. But here's the thing, Kobe didn't chase balance, he chased becoming. From the 17-year-old phenom facing airballs in Utah to the 5-time champion who redefined discipline, obsession, and legacy. The Mamba wasn't about basketball, it was about transformation. Injury after injury, he rebuilt himself. Scandal, failure, fatherhood, each season a new chapter of reinvention. And when the final buzzer sounded, Kobe didn't retire, he evolved. Filmmaker, investor, storyteller, teaching the world that greatness isn't a destination, it's a lifestyle. So the real question isn't how Kobe played, it's how we live. Are we chasing trophies or our highest selves? Mamba out. Would you like me to? Format.
So that's the script. Okay? So that's the script. And so let me show you. This is how did you play the audio to Oh, that's simple. Hold on, let me go back. So at the end of, like, when you get the output, there's a copy one, and then there's like the speaker one, and the speaker one allows it to read to you. So that's why if y'all have noticed, I've stopped really using the conversation one on the lives and go more on just doing the transcription and then reading it, letting it read out loud, just because I like to see what I'm hearing sometimes, but that's just me, right? But I'll probably get her to come back on a conversation later. We may do that. We may do that. But let me show you what it's doing, why I like this, because this is so fire. So peep game. So you heard the script, right? So let me go here. I didn't know that. I got you. So check out all the stuff that it's doing. So it's researching the final game. It's setting the workplace, looking for the visuals to add to the project, generating the voiceover. But what's so crazy about this is it finds the footage. I don't know how many of y'all edit your own videos or have tried to edit your own videos and try to add like B-roll. Type in me if you know the struggle of trying to find footage for your video so it can make sense, so it can kind of tell a story. Because sometimes either you just want to change it up or like you just want to add some flair to it. That takes so much time. And I think that's why. Hold on. Come on, hit makers. Come on. I see you with the super chat. I appreciate you. Come on. So this is why I like this. This is why I try to find those tools that will allow you to do the B-roll. But also, this is why Sora has been so popular when it comes to creators, because it creates everything for you. It finds the footage for you. Even though it's AI, it creates full-blown videos for you. You give it what it needs to say and kind of the idea you want it to create, and it's going to do it each and every single solitary time. Like, I think I did one about New York. Let me see if I can find it while it does its research again. Look at this. Hold on. I'm just so excited about this. Look, it says researching Kobe as a 17-year-old, looking for photos of Kobe Bryant in his 5th championship, researching Kobe's major injuries, like specifics based off of the script. That's the fire part. So we're going to see if it's good. I don't want to hype this up too much and then it's trasho. I don't want to do that. I mean, but still, fire. The fact that it's researching that much, it's fire. All right, so let me move me again. Let me pull up Sora. Sora.com. Ding, 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 ding. All right, shout out to Sora. So I think this is one that I did. So I was in New York this past weekend. And so this is what it created.
What's happening?
First off, why got me looking so thick? What's happening? What is happening? I lost weight for a reason. I got the jacket right. So I was wearing a black bomber jacket with the orange lining and some Timbs. I was. So the prompt was me walking in Times Square, and then the lights went out, and then show different scenes from New York, and just say New York's a vibe. And all I did was give it a prompt. I'm not putting that up. I'm not putting. Tony, I'm not putting that one up. But I'm putting. They do. Look at that. Look at this wild dog. Look at it.
What's happening?
Come on, pigeons. Go. Yeah, I look a strong like 160. And I'm 5'2", people. Okay, I'm 5'2", so like, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, but it be doing stuff like that. It could create full blown videos, right? So this was me. Wait. No. Wait. So, see, they don't have me thick. Hold on. They don't have me thick here. They don't have. They don't have me thick there. Don't play with me. Let's go back to Opus. Let's go back to Opus. All right. Let's see. It's 50%. The joint's 50%. All right. Let's go back. So Sora is known. No, we're not playing any of these things. So Sora is known for making just full-blown videos that you can literally download and use it for social if you want to, right? Here's my concern with where we are with AI. Here's my concern. Looking like a snack. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not. Damn, you need some cookies, some cake and cookies. I don't like y'all. I don't like none of y'all. This is wild. No, I actually love y'all, but I don't like y'all at this moment. Okay. Can we have an honest conversation as this is still running through? My major concern with how good AI is getting is the fact that we're starting to be on social and asking if that's real. That's my problem. There's some images. I won't go as far as saying video just yet, but there's, well, sometimes even some videos too. We're getting to a point where, like, is that real? For me and the community that I rock with, right? With Lions Behavior, and shout out to all of the creators in Lions Behavior. We have to look at how are we navigating through this quote unquote AI slop, because it's getting really good and really entertaining at this moment, right? And so this is why I kind of leaned a little bit when I saw the whole Agent Opus thing, because it allows you to use AI in more of a storytelling, realistic way than full-blown all AI vibes. So that's why I kind of like, let's look at that. Let me see if it lets me do it. Let me see if I just put it in the video. But let's look at that Nipsey one again, because this is where I say, this is where integrating human stories with AI visuals really gets important. So hold up, here we go.
Was Nipsey Hussle's The Marathon just an album, or the foundation of a revolution? Critics called him a neighborhood rapper with lofty dreams, questioning his slow grind and obsession with ownership. They said selling a $100 mixtape was a stunt, a cash grab dressed up as independence. But here's the twist. What if Nipsey's every move, from the Crenshaw store to the Marathon clothing app, was a masterclass in building generational wealth from the ground up? What if this so-called cash grab was really a crash course, teaching creators how to turn respect into revenue and fans into family? Was Nipsey a businessman chasing profit, or a visionary designing freedom in real time? Blueprint or hustle?
Like, I could see myself making those types of videos, because y'all know I like breaking down different personal brands, different drops and things in that sense, right? So I can see myself making those types of videos, especially from a Faceless standpoint. I just change the voice. But when we're getting into, like, with the likes of Sora, let me go back. So, like, this stuff.
You're geeking, Megan! You're geeking, Megan!
Like, I'm confused. Now, what I will say, and I'll put this on the live, shout out to Coach T, and she's part of Lions Behavior. I don't know if she's on. But some of her videos, what I like about it is manifesting some of the things that she wants in her life and that she wants to see. So, like, check this out.
Are y'all ready? Yeah! We're about to take these steps. And I say we are, you say convicted to grow. We are! Convicted to grow! Let's move! Convicted! To grow! Convicted! To grow! What are we? Convicted to grow! One more. Are y'all ready? Yeah! We're about to take these steps. And I say,
like, to say, yo, I took my community to, I'm gonna assume that's like the Philly steps, or maybe there's something else, right? To run up the rocky stairs. She did one with me, and then I'm like, oh, okay, you're putting pressure on me. Hold on. So where's it at? Here I am. There's a cruise. There's a retreat she got me in. So check this out.
We got this here on the Lions Behavior Cruise, y'all. First event on the water, and the energy is wild.
Our community showed up strong. We got sessions, we got fellowship, and we got this beautiful ocean around us.
Here on the Lions Behavior Cruise, y'all.
So is that they're going to be a cruise? What are we doing? Here's another one.
Today we're diving everybody to our Lions Behavior Retreat. Today we're diving into burnout, something that hits leaders, parents, creatives, all of us.
Right. Burnout isn't just being tired. It's when rest no longer fixes it. You feel detached.
Everybody to our Lions Behavior Retreat. Today we're
low-key, I really want to do a retreat. I'm not going to lie. We're going to figure that out. I really want to do like a creators burnout retreat.
carry it alone.
And I don't know what this vest they have on me, but this one, I was like, what is happening?
Welcome back, everybody. This session is about burnout, how it creeps in, and what we can do when it does. Burnout often shows up when we're pushing nonstop, building in small, deliberate pauses.
Side note, I would be the one with sneakers on the beach. I would. Don't judge me. I don't like sand. I'm not a fan of sand, but if I have to, I'll be in sand. You know what I mean? I'll be in sand. But I like this kind of way of using AI, of manifesting some of the things that you want and see in yourself. Because here's the thing. Sometimes for some of us, business owners turned creators and content creators, like, we need to see it like a prototype, the concept come to life. We need to see those things to have like momentum. Like, okay, I finally see it. Let me go for it. So even with that, seeing somebody make a video about, hey, there should be a Lions Behavior retreat, meetup of some sort, cruise, whatever. Now I'm like, yo, that kind of looks fire. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of looks fire. So I like that purpose of, wait, sand is dried fish poop anyways. Wait, is that true? Hold on. Wait. Is that true? Is that true? What? What is happening? Somebody tell me if that's true. Wait. Is that? Once again, shout out to Molly. Molly makes some of the best Sora videos, hands down. I just want to say that. Makes some of the best ones. But is that true? You know I'm gullible. Yeah. You know I'm gullible. Hold on. Yes, I promise. Oh, we about to listen, Jessica. We about to fact check. Hold on. We're about to ask chat. Hold on. Actually, let me ask chat in our way. Hold on. That's crazy. I never knew that. I was today's years old. If this is true. Chat said no. Hold on. Chat didn't say no yet. I gotta do my pulse, ChatGPT pulse situations. Hold on. She said, I promise you. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. What's up, chat?
Hey, Nicky. Not much. Just here and ready to chat about whatever you've got on your mind. Let's dive in.
Hey, someone said that sand is dried fish poop. Is that true?
You know, that's one of those fun little myths that pops up now and then. In reality, sand is mostly made up of tiny fragments of rocks and minerals that have been broken down over time. Now, there are some tropical beaches where a portion of the sand actually comes from parrotfish poop because they nibble on coral and excrete it as fine sand. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Most sand isn't fish poop.
Can you tell me which ones are fish poop?
Absolutely. So if we're talking about places where the sand is known to have a bit of a fishy origin, think about tropical beaches in places like Hawaii, the Maldives, and other coral reef areas. Parrotfish, for example, do their thing by munching on coral and then excreting that coral as sand. So beaches with a lot of coral sand can have a small percentage that comes from fish like that. But it's definitely not every beach and not the majority of the world's sand.
Can you search the web and tell me how many beaches have fish poop?
So it turns out that in spots like Hawaii or the Caribbean, parrotfish actually do play a pretty big role. They say up to around 70% of the sand on those white sandy beaches can come from parrotfish doing their coral munching thing. So it's definitely a real thing in those tropical reef areas, even if it's not every beach out there.
Okay, that's cool, but how many beaches?
So there's not an exact number of beaches that have been counted up like a fish poop sand census or anything, but generally it's really those tropical reef heavy areas like many Hawaiian beaches, some in the Maldives, parts of the Caribbean where a good chunk of the sand is indeed parrotfish produced. It's not a worldwide thing, so it's really just those coral reef hotspots.
Man, Jessica, you made us learn something new today. I need more random facts like that on the live, okay? I just want to let you know, I need more random. What? Did not know. Don't want to go to a sandy beach. A white sandy beach is fish poop. So random. Okay, my bad. Back to what we were doing. Hold on. Okay, so it's now asking what kind of format we want. So, hold on. Do we want that one? Do we want the text match cut? No, that's so silent. Slides cut. I don't like the slides cut. So type one. Actually, let me do poll situation. I have a poll situation for a reason. Hold on. Which one do we want? Fast cut or text? Hold on. Text cut. Start poll. All right. Boom. Let me know which one you want. So this is the fast cut. And then this is the text cut. Let me know. Molly said, Virginia Beach is fine. I'm not trusting no sand now. I'm just letting you know this. I'm not trusting no sand. All right. Let's see what we got. So 19 people have voted. Text cut is winning by 59%. Okay? Just letting you know this. I'm gonna wait like 25 people. Give me like 3 more people to vote. We got 100 and some people watching. If y'all watching on your TV, just grab your phone real quick and vote. You know what I mean? Grab your phone real quick and vote. All right, here we go. 27 people voted. 59% are saying text cut. Okay, so we're gonna do text cut. That was a text seems cool. All right, boom. Wait, 30. Okay, yeah, 30 people voted. 58%. 32. Okay, yeah, y'all want this text cut. Oh, here we go. Confirm. Boom. So it's doing this thing. Shout out to those people who voted. Come on. All right. So, see how long this is going to take. You see how long this has been going? But we making a video in real life. We not like other lives that say this is what it does and we don't do it. You know what I mean? No shade. Just realistic. No, sand is not dried fish poop, but a significant portion of the white sand in some tropical beaches is indeed made out of... Yeah, no, that's what we just... Yankee 2360. That's what... They didn't say all of it. They said the white sandy beaches. Okay? That's the one that unfortunately I'm going to stay away from. I didn't know this. I really didn't know this. Okay? So let's do a quick one. Hold on. Did y'all know? Did y'all know about the sand random fact? I'm not gonna I'm not going to hold on. I'm gonna put that poll up. I'm not gonna, just in case. I don't want to offend nobody. Unhear and unknown, it has harmed you. Wait, you from New York. Nothing affects. Listen, can I be honest with you? Okay. Yes, I'm a New Yorker. Hello. And yes, I could deal with a bunch of smells. We saw a rat. We saw a rat as big as literally like a puppy. It was literally a puppy size. We went to, what's it called? NADC, like, I don't know, this new burger spot that's supposed to have Wagyu beef, all of this stuff. And they had 2 puppy-size rats in the back where, like, you could, like, extra seating. I was like, what are we doing? I wasn't necessarily like, oh my God, but that was a lot. That was a lot. Once again, I love New York, but I love living outside of New York that I could just visit it, because I turn into a whole new human being. Like all of a sudden somebody bumps me, I become this like protector type vibe. It's my face instantly scrunches up. I don't want to do this. I want to be nice. Okay? Like protect me from this. Sheesh. Anyways, I love to see your streaming setup. This is lit. Oh, we could do that. I do that like once a month, it seems. I got y'all. We could, if y'all want me to do that, I got you. Yo, y'all didn't know about the random fact either. Y'all didn't see the random fact either. Shout out to the 18% who did. Hello. Shout out to the 18%. But hold on, I wanted to show y'all. Something. Hold up. What was the thing? Oh, remember I told you I would talk about this? I don't know if I told y'all. But there's a company that sent me this. And it looks like a little monster, right? So, in real life, this is recording right now. So, I tested it out through this whole week that I was in New York, right? And the cool thing about this thing is that you don't have to press. So, like, you know how I have the glasses, love these Oakleys. But sometimes I forget to press to record. Sometimes I forget to take out my phone. This thing records like every 3 minutes. It grabs a quick 10 to 15 second clip, and then it creates a recap for you. I'm going to show you some of these recaps. It's kind of fire. Now, I'm not going to lie. This does bring that question of privacy and all that great stuff. I literally just wanted to test out the features. I don't do anything crazy for it to be like, oh my God, the privacy. I don't do nothing crazy. Now, for those people who do, I can understand that. But I wanted to test out how good it was. So, touch sand. I can't stand you, Molly. Not testing. Not doing that. So, let me show you some of these recaps. And then we're going to see, like I said, we're going to see where Opus Clip is at and see how it does. So, hold up. Let me get, here we go. So what's cool about this, so here's the device, right? And it creates like a feed of your life. So this was what happened yesterday. This is the videos that it creates. Then they come right back. Been together for a long, long time. Time goes by so fast. Baby, it ain't been long enough. Forget how it began. When I saw you walking down my street, didn't even know your name. But I got a feeling inside of me, nothing's ever gonna be the same. Minutes, hours, years and days, time goes by, but nothing's changed. I feel it that same way. 'Cause baby, I still love you like I used to, way back in the day. And I didn't edit none of that. I didn't add none of the titles. It's pretty, I'm going to say it's pretty cool. And it catches certain moments, puts it in a feed like, so this was, when was this? The 25th. I don't know when the 25th was. Shout out to my mom who's going to make a pop-up. Probably the music, but
Thank you.
And it's cool because one of the days, like, it had collected like 167 clips that you can individually download if you want to as well. Or like it deletes in 24 hours, right? Now it listens to what you say, it records the video. And so like you can even ask, yo, what happened today? Give me a recap. And it will tell you that from, like, if you type it, if you ask it. So I'm still testing this out before I go crazy and be like, okay, this is really, really dope. But the first trip that I did, and it captured all that, and I didn't have to, like, I've been putting it on my stories. Like, this is a really good story situation. For some, it may be really good from like an actual post situation, like just to keep you consistent. Now, the music I'm not a super fan of, but if you make it as a reel, as a TikTok, you could change the audio easy, right? But for something that I don't necessarily have to worry about, like the text, I don't have to worry about the edit, I think that did really dope. Now, I saw your question of like, how is it different than all the other devices you wear? Because let me tell you, I was like this. Like the whole New York, I was a super geek, dog. I was like this the whole time. I was a super, you saw my Oakleys, you saw the Limitless joint and the little Monster Ink joint, right? I looked super geeked out and I was so happy. Granted, these Oakleys are fire. So at least, oh my God, at least I'm a stylish geek. You feel me? So the difference, this is how I use it. So the Limitless is just there to record everything that I say, right? Everything that I'm listening to and everything that I say, so that I can go through my conversations later, give me a cool recap, figure out the quotes that I could post, remember some pieces of content that I've like listened to and things in that way. And then with the glasses is easy capture, like video capture and photo capture. And the photos on these low key are fire. Like really, really good quality. Not gonna lie. Was very shocked by the quality of the photo. So, and then I can ask, I'm not gonna say it. Actually, let me take it off. So I can ask like Meta really quick questions. So me and my fiance, we were having a conversation. She asked a question I didn't know. I just was like, hey Meta, what's this? And it broke it down really dope while we were just having the conversation. So for that, it's really cool. So video capture, quick photo capture without taking your phone out. Because honestly, in certain places, I really hate taking my phone out. That's just being honest. I don't know how many people feel the same way. Like, I like to be present outside. And so for me to just be like, boop, real quick, I'm capturing it. Like, shout out to Stacy and Sama and the whole family. Like, I saw them in Rockefeller and we were just having a quick conversation. I took a video of it just to be like, okay, this is part of my day. I'm seeing people that I really rock with. And I don't have to be like, okay, now talk. Because that's uncomfortable, right? Like, you see somebody you rock with and then you're like, yeah, so blah, 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 blah. That's corny. I think it's corny. Shout out to the people who do it, but I can't. I just think it's uncomfortable. So that, and then this one is just like it says, auto vlogging. I don't have to worry about nada. You feel me? Like, I don't have to worry about getting the right times or anything, or did I document enough? Because normally with my glasses, I'll be like, probably like 6-7 videos. This thing captures like my whole day. I'm like, oh, we're good. I'm Gucci. And people are like, yo, what is that? That's so cute. And I was like, yeah, that's this little vlogging thing. I don't have to worry about anything. Now, I will say, and we're grown, okay? Kids, I'm sorry. We're grown. Females, ladies, this is not necessarily the best advice for us in this area, all right? I'm just going to state that, and I'm going to leave it there, okay? Male, this is great for y'all. Ladies, it's going to create like this weird up angle sometimes. Just sucks. I hate the size of it. I'm sorry. I wish it was like smaller. But it's like super, whatever. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you exactly the device. If you're on my stories and you saw the logo, you could look it up. I personally going to do some more testing before I go, hey, this is what you need to get. Okay? Can't you move it up? I can, but I have a chain, right, that I like to wear. And this is as far as it could, and it's still like, you feel me? So, and I don't want to wear something all the way up my neck. I already have this. I'll look too geeky. I mean, I will look too geeky. I don't want to look too geeky. Anyways, let me show y'all the update of the Opus joint. It's still working. It's doing its motion designer situation. So still showing y'all that situation. Can you put it on the side? I could, right? However, we're getting in jacket season, right? So when I put it on the side, you feel me? The jacket went over it. Oh, wait, hold on. I think we're done. Hold on. Let's see how it did. Let me push me over here. All right, y'all ready? 1 to 10. What's the name of those? Oh, these are the Meta Oakleys. The AI Meta glasses. These are the Oakleys. So, here we go.
The Mamba mentality, the relentless evolution of Kobe Bryant. Is Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality the greatest mindset in sports history or the most misunderstood? Critics once called him selfish, too obsessed, too cold, a player who demanded perfection, even when it cost him relationships and rest. But here's the thing, Kobe didn't chase balance. He chased becoming. From the 17-year-old phenom facing airballs in Utah to the 5-time champion who redefined discipline, obsession, and legacy. The Mamba wasn't about basketball. It was about transformation. Injury after injury, he rebuilt himself. Scandal, failure, fatherhood, each season a new chapter of reinvention. And when the final buzzer sounded, Kobe didn't retire. He evolved. Filmmaker, investor, storyteller, teaching the world that greatness isn't a destination, it's a lifestyle. So the real question isn't how Kobe played, it's how we live. Are we chasing trophies or our highest selves? Mamba out.
Nah, that's fire. All right, 1 to 10. Honestly, I'm gonna play it again. There's this one part that was fire. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. That right there, that frame, this cold to perfection part, hard. Fire, dog. Fire. Okay, we're gonna play it one more time. I mean, for the prompt you gave it, that's pretty good. That's what I'm saying. Like, all we did was give it a script. I didn't give it further direction. I could probably get like super detailed if I wanted to create exactly like a fire. But the fact that I just gave it a script and it gathered all that, we're gonna watch it again. I need a 1 to 10. I need a 1 to 10. And it's right on time. Like I said at the end of this live, which is normally 10:30. Well, at least one of the parts. Let's see.
The Mamba mentality, the relentless evolution of Kobe Bryant. Is Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality the greatest mindset in sports history or the most misunderstood? Critics once called him selfish, too obsessed, too cold, a player who demanded perfection, even when it cost him relationships and rest. But here's the thing, Kobe didn't chase balance. He chased becoming. From the 17-year-old phenom facing airballs in Utah to the 5-time champion who redefined discipline, obsession, and legacy. The Mamba wasn't about basketball. It was about transformation. Injury after injury, he rebuilt himself. Scandal, failure, fatherhood, each season a new chapter of reinvention. And when the final buzzer sounded, Kobe didn't retire. He evolved. Filmmaker, investor, storyteller, teaching the world that greatness isn't a destination, it's a lifestyle. So the real question isn't how Kobe played, it's how we live. Are we chasing trophies or our highest selves? Mamba out.
Nah, that's fire, dog. That's fire. That's fire. Nicky, I don't like the voice. Maybe remember, this is super basic. We could change the voice, right? And we can, outside of this, can add music, right? Personally, when it comes to like these all-in-one video generators, I don't necessarily trust the music they generate. So I like to have a little bit more control with the background music, but you can change and create different voices. So like right here, it has small amount, but you could create a voice by uploading certain audio. So what honestly I was thinking about doing was going into 11 Labs and taking some of the voices they have, create like a quick script and put it in here. So like, let's do it real quick. Let me show you an example of what I was thinking about. So let's do, I'm not going to do that one because that is one of my favorite ones. So what's this one? Go back.
I just love talking about movies, TV shows, really anything that's in the yard. So use my voice for those kind of projects.
I don't like that. I was like, I don't like that. What could we do? What is Brian?
We have committed the golden rule to memory.
Okay, I like that. So let's use Brian, right? Let's use Brian. Get started. Wait, I want Brian. Go back to Brian. You didn't like Brian? Brian. There we go. Brian. Let me get that script that we used. I like the video.
The Mamba mentality.
Thank you. All right. Let's do... Oh, whoa. Copy. All right. So, boom. Generate speech.
The Mamba mentality. The relentless evolution of Kobe. The Mamba mentality. Relentless evolution. The relentless evolution of Kobe Bryant. Is Kobe Bryant's Mamba...
Generate that one more time. Hold on.
The Mamba mentality. The relentless evolution of Kobe Bryant. Thoughtful. Is Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality the greatest mindset in sports history?
I'll take that. Just as a sample, I want to see how good it can clone a voice, right? And I'm not going to put my voice. So I'm going to clone an AI voice. You feel me? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clone an AI voice. So let this finish so I can download it. Download that. Let's go back. Voice. Create. Put this here. Continue. It's cloning. Let's see how fast, and let's see how good. Let's see how fast and let's see how good. Let's put the, come on. Oh, that was quick. Damn, I played the music and that was it.
This is how your voice will sound. I can speak naturally and expressively with your unique tone and style. Whether
Okay, all right. Let's go, Brian. Brian. Add voice. I added the voice. So I wonder if I can...
The Mamba mentality.
I wonder if I could change... Can you change the voice to Brian? I love how you make it all work together. Listen. Not... Oh, did it do it? It just says... No, I think because the project's already created, can't do it. So we'll do it for the next project. But what is it called? So... Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, it says start a new project. See, look. If I wanted to do that, it'll start a new project. Boo. We don't have that time. We don't have that time. When we clone our voice, does it allow the platform to use it at any time? So you have to read the terms and conditions to some of these platforms because you give the rights to your voice to some of these platforms. So I would just say read them before, because now every AI tool allows you to clone your voice. And you see how I didn't necessarily do it with this one. So, yeah, just read. Put the best thing you can do when you're joining one of these platforms and you're seeing some of the services that it has, get their terms and services, put that join into ChatGPT, Perplexity, however many AIs you want to put into it, and say, hey, get all the red flags for me and describe it as if I was a fifth grader. Because a lot of these terms and services, and they're really way over my head, at least. I don't know about y'all, but they're way over my head. So I'd rather get like a bullet point situation, break it down to a fifth grader so I can understand it, and you'll see what are some of the red flags of as far as the rights, as far as monetization, as far as cutting off your services. I learned that very quickly, especially when that CapCut situation happened. Very quickly. What's up, Jesse? He said, what's it called? So this was Agent Opus. And so I'm going to give y'all, hold on, Agent Opus. I'm going to give y'all this, and then we're going to get into our next convo, which is the creator economy. You feel me? Hold on. Let me get it for y'all. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Boom. All right. Copy. Paste. That is the waiting list, right? You can join the waiting list. Now, if you have Opus already, it gives you kind of a head start. So, yeah, that's what I'll say. If you have Opus already, definitely go get you this head start. Go get you this head start. I like it. I'm going to mess with it a little bit more, test it out, different scenarios, but this one definitely has my attention. And so, yeah. What was your CapCut scenario? Oh, so remember when CapCut said that it owns your content and it can monetize it? That was the big thing, and that's why everybody was trying to find CapCut alternatives. And then some people were like, please use my content. I'm good with that. You know what I mean? Please use it. Please. So, okay, let's get into this next conversation. Here's a debate that I want to have with y'all. Here's a debate. And because we're on a live show, I want to bring this up to y'all. Hold up. There's a few things I want to bring up, but this
15
one.
seconds, 30-second challenge. You got to make.
Wait, not that.
Like.
Shh. That's not it. Okay. Boom. This is a good video. We're going to go over that too. But this particular, is podcast dying? Hear me out. Is podcast dying? Actually, let me put that as a poll. Hold up. Is podcast dying? We ask this question almost like every quarter, but there's a reason why I'm asking. I saw this video that was really, really good. So let me see if I could pull it up. Boom. Here we go.
So everybody has a podcast these days, right? Athletes, executives, your next door neighbor with the ring light. Everyone's trying to control their narrative. It's smart. I get it. But if you're being real, the podcast era is peaking. You can feel it. What started as liberation turned into saturation. Everybody's talking, but nobody's listening. Because people don't want edited authenticity anymore. They want real-time truth. And that's where the game is shifting. See, the old model of access was simple. I see it every day on ESPN. Reporters ask, athletes answer, editors cut, headlines sell. You got sound bites, not stories. You got real drama, not depth. That's how the system works when the power isn't yours. But now the access point is live. No filter, no cut, no PR spin, just presence, letting it breathe. That's why what Kyrie Irving is doing is so important. Not just for sports, but for the culture. Because Kyrie was never the villain they made him out to be. He was a man who refused to let people summarize his complexity into controversy. Remember when he said something and the media turned it into a week-long circus? Clipped context, spun outrage, headlines built off heat, not truth. But imagine if Kyrie had gone live that night, camera on, stream running. He could have spoken directly to us, explained, reflected, educated in his tone, his timing, his truth. That's the shift we're living through right now. Athletes are realizing they don't have to go through the media to reach out to people. They are the media. Kyrie on Twitch with Kai Cenat wasn't random. It was foreshadowing. It was a window into what access will look like from here on out. Human, unguarded, and immediate. He laughed.
What just happened?
He danced, shared his energy. And for once, the internet
Hold on.
dissecting
Hold
him.
on. Wait. No. Pause. What just happened? What happened to my camera? Is it back? I don't think that's my camera. But we're gonna keep this moving. I don't know what just happened.
That's connectivity. And connection has become the new currency because attention isn't loyal anymore. It follows authenticity. That's why streaming isn't just entertainment. It's a leverage. It's athletes, artists, and thinkers taking back distribution. And distribution is emperor. Think about it. Podcasts build platforms. Live streaming builds ecosystems. On Twitch, a player can own the audience and the economics in the same breath. Ads, subscriptions, brand even digital IP. They don't just sell attention. They own the infrastructure it flows through. That's a different kind of freedom. When you control the feed, you control the frame. And this doesn't just apply to athletes. It applies to anyone who's ever had their story told for them instead of by them. I was one of them. We all live in ecosystems that edit us. Bosses, algorithms, expectations. But the moment you start speaking directly to your people without permission or polish, you stop performing for approval and you start building your own economy of trust. That's what Kyrie represents. The right to be misunderstood until you're finally heard in your own voice. So yeah, the podcast era had its moment. I respect it. But the new game, it's live. It's unscripted. It's sovereign. Because the next media revolution isn't about getting interviewed. It's about getting direct. And when that happens, the middleman vanishes. The truth travels faster. And power finally changes hands.
Okay. So shout out to Jay Williams. I love his stories. I love how he breaks things down. Now, what is your thoughts on this? I really like his point, right? And we've been seeing the rise of streamers. And we've been seeing, I don't know if you've been seeing it, but the big celebrities are now making their media runs to streamers. It's not as, okay, here are the questions that you're going to ask, and I'm going to answer it in this way, right? Regardless of how raw and organic Breakfast Club may be, and some of these other podcasts, there's still is a bit of a filter. You still have, and let me take him off real quick. You still have to think from an editing standpoint what is going to make you watch a 2-3 hour podcast, 1 hour podcast. Whereas a live, you're literally in the show, right? You're literally in the live. And a lot of people don't necessarily watch the replay, only the core people. But those people who are live, sometimes they don't even know how long they were on the live. And so it's interesting, one, because this is live. But two, I can see both sides, right? I can see some people being done with the podcasting game, right? And just how that is curated. It's 100 times harder to make it live. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is all the way a fact. But we doing okay. We got 100 people on the live right now. And if you're watching this replay, I appreciate you. But shout out to the live people. Blow up the chat. Celebrate yourselves. Give yourself some flowers, something. But then I saw this, right? Jay brings up a really good point of where, like, we want live. Cool. But not everybody can do live. There are a lot, but the same way, there's a lot of boring podcasts and there's a lot of boring lives. Okay? But one of my favorite podcasters, and this is where I want to go with when it comes to this creator economy. One of my favorite podcasters made some headlines today. Okay? Now, granted, he is the narrator of his own story. So, which is another great thing about having your own podcast, your own show. You're able to narrate your own story, your own brand. But let me pull this up for you guys, in which, of course, we got to talk about Stephen Bartlett. I promise you, this man, we gonna meet one day. I don't know when that day is, but we're gonna meet one day. And so I saw this today. Stephen Bartlett Company, Steven.com, hits 425 million valuation as he aims to build the Disney of the creator economy. So entrepreneur, investor, and media pioneer Stephen Bartlett today announced that his company, Steven.com, which is wild, the company that owns his creator media assets, has closed a major 8-figure investment at $425 million valuation, led by investor Slow Ventures and some other investor group. This is believed to be Europe's biggest ever creator holder company fundraising round. That's big numbers, okay? So in this carousel, it talks about how he started his podcast with a $100 mic. That's cool, right? How 40 people listened to one episode. Now, this is the part that I was very interested in. Attention is shifting from institutions to individual creators. And when attention shifts, everything shifts with it. How companies are built, how elections are decided, and how capital is invested. Disney built a $330 billion empire around Mickey Mouse. We're building the modern version of this model. But our IP isn't a fictional character. The creator is the new franchise. And through Steven.com, it's the creator's media division, Flight Story, that we built the Disney of the creator economy. Here's the part that I want you to pay attention to, right? No signal. What do you mean no signal? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Here's the part I want you to pay attention to. Helping high potential creators scale their media, commercialize their IP, launch ventures, and access to technology that built their own franchises. Creators, please get in touch. Okay? And then he continues just to talk. But why is his creator business so valuable? So let's break that down, right? Because one, we know he knows how to scale. He's done it with himself. He has, let's pull up oh lovely Diary of a CEO, right? Diary of a CEO is currently at 13.2 million subscribers on YouTube. Okay, that's one channel. Then he has a clips channel that's at 1.59 million subscribers. Then he has a Behind the Diary. And then he has a shorts channel. Now this is just YouTube. That's not counting his audio downloads and everything like that. I think they did a breakdown. Let me see if I can find the stories. This one was good. The goal, blah, blah, blah. So, okay. The Diary of CEO is the second biggest interviewed podcast in the world. 13 million YouTube subscribers, 70 million monthly views and downloads. Okay? So this is number one podcast in UK and Europe, adding 600K new subscribers on YouTube every month. Wild. Now, he created a separate department, right? Separate company called Flight Story. Now, that's where most would look at that as a podcast network because it has other podcasts under it. But if we go back to that original carousel, what is different, one of the biggest lessons that I learned just from reading this is how are we positioning ourselves in a very crowded market? As you heard Jay Williams say, podcasting is oversaturated at this moment, supposedly, right? We can go and say something different. However, he's not positioning himself as a podcast network. He did at a certain point. Now it's I'm going to help you scale your media. We're also going to commercialize your IP. That can mean several things. And we're going to make businesses under your name. And you're going to have all the access and the technology that we have. And it's going to be all yours. Whereas if you look at a typical podcast network, you just look at a typical podcast network. All they do is, you jump on our podcast network, we'll find ads for you. That's it. Nothing else. But he's creating a whole different suite, right? So if we go here, and let me tell you, he also has like a built-in ad situation because he invests in so many different companies that it is instant going to be an ad read for these other creators. So it's super wild. He's going to take a cut of thousands of podcasts. That's a fact. That's all the way a fact. I mean, we see it if you watch Behind the Diary, and I'll show you some of it. He's constantly thinking about how can he invest in other people's brands, and because what he's really good at is marketing and branding. So here we go. Here are some of the people so right here, two of the people that's under Flight Story, which is his quote unquote media company. And they're also a publishing company because they're all the podcasters that are on there that want to write books. It's published under Flight Story. So this is where we're looking at the different revenue streams that can possibly happen just by getting your system right. Follow me what I'm saying with this. Stephen Bartlett figured out what works in this media world. What are the trailers that I got to do? How many times I got to post? What on platforms that I got to do? How do I get the most attention? How do I create different streams of revenue for myself between ads, between investing, between speaking, between technology? He does all of these things. And then he turns it into a system and goes, hey, let's do this for others. I'm only bringing this up because if you identify as a creator or a business owner who has to turn creator and you're posting on social media, type in me in the chat. Just type in me if you identify as, I create content. So I am a content creator. I'm a business owner and I have to be present on social media. So I do create content to be present. I am a business owner, but I do know in this world, I am a content creator as well, or someone on my team is a content creator. Type in me in the chat. Okay? Cool. And if you're following here, some of y'all even go, okay, how do I monetize my content creation, what I'm doing here, whether it's my products, whether it's my services, whether it's the actual content, right? If you're identifying with any of this, put that in the chat, me, okay? What Stephen Bartlett is showing is, okay, let me get to a point where I can package each of these parts. So I'm packaging how to do the trailers. I'm packaging how to do the thumbnails. I'm packaging how to do a podcast. I'm packaging how to do the setup. I'm packaging how to get different ads and invest in how to be in certain rooms. I'm packaging how I got these different speaking gigs. I'm packaging the network that I have. And then I'm creating a space that I can just give this blueprint to other people and invest in them, give them the capital, give them the resources. And now in this creator business, because but some of us only have a certain time frame to capitalize on this creator world, that now how am I creating the other different content creators? How am I creating the different other me's, right? So what I'm saying, and this is just a business mind. This is not even a content creator mind. What am I doing in my gift? What am I doing in what I do, my business, that once I maximize and really get this great, how am I creating a system that I can give to others, invest in them, and then that could be part of my revenue stream as well. So that when this dies down, or when I'm retiring, or when I'm like, it's just, I can't do anything, that same system that has worked for me is now going to work for others, and I'm always going to see a return. That's what Stephen Bartlett is doing, because the big problem that I've heard, and I think it's like, when it comes to investing, it is, people are scared to invest in creators because if something happens to that creator, it's a wrap, right? It's completely done. Or it's going to take a major hit. I'll say that. It's going to take a major hit. I think the first person that I paid attention to that brand really, really lasted longer than him, like brand, monetizing wise, all of this stuff, not like other people making money off of, let's say Elvis, let's say Tupac and all that stuff. Like Tupac, based off of his craft, all this music that came out, cool. But like actively his brand working, Biggie and Nipsey was the two people. And Biggie because of his mom. Shout out to his mom. Rest in peace to his mom. Biggie because of his mom. But Nip was so powerful with the branding side and creating a system that now the marathon is still clearly continues, right? But a lot of people, Michael Jackson, some Bob Marley for sure. And drop the names that you're seeing, right? I'm just sharing my experience. But drop the names that you know that when something happened to them, their brand still lived on and they receive the checks. Not other people receiving checks. They're receiving the check. Their family is receiving checks. Kobe, for sure. Jordan's still here, but Jordan retired. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good one. So, but, see, the fact that you said Jordan, Jordan could have done it better. And let me explain why. We're getting, and I'm going to go on a mini rant just because y'all know I love Jordans, but follow me with this, right? Follow me with this. Jordan is at a point, hold on, I don't know why this is so dark. Hold up. Let's make this a little bit brighter. Oh, nope, not that way. Not that way. Osmo. I don't know why it's so, okay, that works. For a certain age group, we know of Jordans and we always wanted to rock Jordans, all of that great stuff. But now that age group has aged and this younger generation don't know Jordan. They know LeBron. They know Anthony Edwards. They know the current NBA players and what Jordan should have done, which he did at a certain point, and then I don't know, it just stopped. But how are you championing the next ball players, the next athletes? How are you, the same way that Nike's trying to come back, how are you passing the baton to this is the person that is going to carry this? Without Jordan, like, that's why even to a certain point, and I don't know if y'all, how well you know this, but even to a certain point, after Jordan stopped playing, those sneakers that happened after him don't do very well. Like, most people don't take, I think it's up to 14 that people take serious. You may get a 17, Jordan 18 here and there. But honestly, Jordan should have the Jordan brand, not Jordan himself. I know he doesn't run this part. But he should have championed more people of upcoming ballers, upcoming athletes, like he did at a certain point. Because right now there's a gap. That's why WNBA players are going crazy, because the attention is there, because men aren't doing anything. So it brings this whole point of, it's very important as creators, as business owners, how are we passing the baton to the next up and coming to keep us relevant? Stephen Bartlett's going to be relevant because he's bringing up more creators that could possibly have bigger numbers than him. Possibly. But my only concern when it comes to creator-led businesses in this way of directing other creators is, as they're active, can they really, like, are these creators that are coming up are always going to be okay with being number 2 until the major creators sits down? I think we've seen that with, like, in the music industry, where rappers who are still active, the artists always feel kind of like number 2. So that's my only concern with that, is like those creators who are coming up in this ecosystem of Stephen Bartlett, are they okay with always being literally right underneath? Like, you can't beat the big dog until the big dog is ready to sit down or pass that to somebody else, right? That's the only concern. Everything else, great. Now, to some creators, this is why you see podcast networks, creator networks are going to probably come up a little bit more now that he announced that. Some creators, I just need something. Dog, it has not been working, or I haven't gotten to to get somewhere close to his level, to millions of views every week, per se, right? Having the different access and different revenue streams. I'm okay with being 2, 3, 4 if it grants me that access. Some people are going to be okay with that. Some people are going to be fine with that. But that's my only concern with creator-led businesses, because the creator's still active. A really good example, OVO with Drake. There's not going to be anybody bigger than Drake on OVO. Drake is always going to be that cloud. And all the energy is going to Drake. That's why we really haven't heard any real artists. Same thing with J. Cole. Now they have now that J. Cole's pretty much sit down, like we're JID and all that stuff, Boss, all that. But that's my only concern. I think it's great. I'm going to continue to study it. I love Stephen Bartlett, right? I love what he's doing. How he's helped different creators. And I'm interested to see how he comes into the US, because he has UK on lock. But it brings this conversation of, how do we better package our system, our content creation, our revenue streams for the next person, so we can get possibly a cut and it lasts longer than us, right? So that's just my thoughts on that. shout out to everybody who's typing their thoughts in the chat, because I'm seeing them. There are active NBA players signed to Jordan Brand. No, there are. But there isn't that person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there isn't one that's shining like close to Jordan that can carry the brand. There's cool, like, okay, this person's on Jordan's brand. Absolutely. Absolutely. But there isn't anyone that could possibly be the new face of it, per se. And it's hard because Jordan is the GOAT. So how can you feel what I'm saying? Like, how can you be up there to carry that? Because that's a large, I'm just saying. Signed Jordan Brand, Jason Tatum, get Luka, absolutely. But are you saying they carry the Jordan brand, not the people that they signed? I understand what you're saying. Completely understand what you're saying. Completely. But what I'm saying, is there anyone that is carrying the Jordan brand? Not just wearing the Jordan gear. There's two different things. Two different things. Because the WNBA sneakers are actually being a little bit more relevant than the Jordan brand in this season. Just saying. Just saying. On the chessboard, there's only one king. Just be on the winning team. I ain't mad at that. Yeah, when I'm thinking of Luka, I'm not thinking of Jordan. That's my whole thing. When I'm thinking of Luka, like when I'm thinking of the Jordan brand, I'm not thinking of Luka. When I'm thinking of Luka, I'm not thinking of Jordan. I'm thinking Luka. Like, so I see what you're saying. I'm not saying they're not signing people. I'm saying they're not positioning the people to carry the brand. It's more like we got them under the belt and they have free stuff. That's just outsider looking in, per se. Okay? Outsider looking in. But anyways, let's get to the next one. He should advise more. That's what. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. Jordan Brand is so synchronized with him and his legacy. It almost doesn't even seem like that would be possible. Facts, Kev. Facts. Okay. I got one more, and then we gonna head out. I got one more that made me think outside of the box vibes. Let me get it. Here we go. So that video that we were seeing earlier, this one. So before I started, let me watch some dancing real quick. Before I started, I want you to think of, this is going to reference music, but I want you to think about it from content, especially from long form. Okay? If you do long form content, type in me, or you want to start doing long form content, type in me. And I want you to think about it in this sense, and I'll break it down if it goes over. Check us out.
This is just in that moment. Yeah. And then you're on to the next challenge. 15 seconds, man. 30-second challenge. There's no longevity in a lot of the TikTok stuff because it's just in that moment. Yeah. And then you're on to the next challenge. 15 seconds, 30-second challenge. You got to make like Kehlani Fold It. It's probably one of the greatest songs I've heard in so long. And the reason why it's so great is because, one, she has an amazing voice. Yeah. But she's able to give you a story from beginning to end. And you're able to go ahead and have so many different parts of the song to where you can do the hook. You can do the part when she be like, come here, call your love. That's right. And then I'll let your body decide if this is like, that's 3 different moments. Even when it's so silly of me to act 3 different moments. I could make 3 different videos to that whole song and they not be the same challenge or not feel like the same video. So it's just about making great quality longevity music, not fast, quick hits. There's no longevity in a lot of the TikTok.
Okay. I want to give me your take on that off top, right? Now, if you didn't catch it, put number 2. I'm about to break this down. So even though she's talking about a song, I don't know if y'all listen to Kehlani, she has a song called Folded. Listen to it. I'm not going to play it because I will get demonetized, okay? Now, what she said was very, very important. Meaning, think of a song as content, right? As a long form video, let's say 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops, right? So what she's saying is there are different parts that people love. It's not just one song and if the song fades, that's it. There are certain, yes, there we go. Come on. Carl's getting it. TikTok isn't for long. No, follow me. You're not. Nope, that's not it. How are you creating, just like how Carl said, how are you creating different segments that is going to attract different audiences, right? So is there a entertaining side? Is there a motivational side? Is there an educational side? Is there a debate side of some way, shape, or form? What are the different parts that different audiences can be like, oh, I like this part. Let me speak on this part. Let me clip this part out. Let me share this part out. When we are talking about one topic, we have to be a little bit creative of how we are presenting it in a long form content. How can we share it in different ways that allow people to be like, oh, this is for me. Oh, this is for me. Oh, this is for me. I like this part. Maybe when I listen to it again, I caught on to this part. Have you ever noticed when you re-listen to a book, when you re-listen to a song, there's different parts that you catch each time. So when we're creating content, it's how are we creating different segments, like Carl said, how are we creating different experiences to be like, okay, this is going to last longer than just this one time. Because we've seen it. We've seen certain pieces of content go for a certain moment, but then we see it like all of a sudden come back up. Or a different part get clipped up. This is why, from a podcasting standpoint, this is why it's important to talk about different topics when it comes to interviews, different questions, because of that part right there of some people are going to like the backstory of a person. Some people are going to like the educational side, the breakdown of how they came to be a celebrity. Some people are going to like the real, raw, authentic thoughts. So looking at it in that kind of sense, right? Shout out to Gary with the super chat. Come on. I see you. I see you. Appreciate you, Gary. So type in me if it's kind of making sense now to where, yes, this is a music example, but it's a content example showing how do I make this piece of content last? How can it attract different people, different parts? Some people, shout out to like Secret to Success. I don't know if y'all watch Eric Thomas podcast. Shout out to CJ, that's family. But how they'll do fair or foul. And some people only care about the fair or foul. Some people will be there for the motivational side. Some people will go for the bantering and the back and forth and don't care about the motivational side. You feel me? So how are we making our content into different segments to make it last longer? Not just for clips, but just in the overall thought process of how do we make this
that whole song and they not be the same.
How do we make this last longer? You feel me? Come on with the super chat. Come on. Relentless, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who's been super chatting, super thanks. Become channel members, become part of Lions Behavior. Thank you. Thank you. But some want the choir, some want the come on, you get it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. However you want to put it together. However it makes sense. But I want y'all to think about how do we make the content last long? Even in my head, I'm doing that. I'm trying different things with this live. Okay, we have the educational side. Cool. We got that on lock. We have the little jokes in between. Got the entertainment side on lock. Cool. We got the reaction side where it will bring kind of a debate and a conversation wise to see what's your perspective on it. Okay, cool. I'm trying different things to make sure this lasts longer than it needs to, right? So just a thought. And if it's making sense now, just drop some emojis, okay? Just drop some emojis. But I see the time. I want to be respectful of the time. We are still doing Behavior 30 inside of Lions Behavior. So make sure you join if you need to lock in for 30 days. Get daily prompts about your brand, about how your creative process is, about your audience. Join Lions Behavior. Okay? Join Lions Behavior. Today, we went over the new Opus Clip feature, Agent Opus, which is fire. Okay? I'll put in the description the waiting list and how to get into Opus Clip and all of that. We talked about the creator economy with Stephen Bartlett. We talked about how to make your videos last. Oh, hold on. Wait, let me end this. Oh, not end this, but can you show us your setup? Hold on. I'm gonna show real quick. Let me, hold on. Can I get this? Let me do it from the phone. Hold up. Let me do it from the phone. Okay. So, real quick. Shout out to E. So I got my teleprompter that I'm seeing all the chat and everything. I got one monitor. I got two monitors. I got an Amaran light. I got this Amaran light. I got the Osmo. Shout out to the Osmo right there. Right? And then behind me, I got some Hue lights. The Groove lights. I got this mic. And this is all being done through Ecamm Live. Okay. Next week, if you come back, I'll give you the whole equipment list. I got a whole Amazon joint for that, so I got you. Thank you for the reminder. But let's head out. I got some journaling to do. I got some creation to do. Love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Okay? J Will, I appreciate you. If you got any value, drop some emojis in the chat. If you shared this with somebody, drop some emojis in the chat. If you liked it, drop some emojis in the chat. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. This was fun. Next Monday, same time, same place. You know what I'm gonna say, right? You know what I'm gonna say, right? Not that. I don't know what that was. That was horrible. Don't know what that was. But if you know what I'm gonna say, right?